everybody. Today we'll be reviewing some DLCs. I'm joined by my friend Marian. He'll be helping me with this video. We'll review the DLCs compared to what price you pay for what you get. We'll also separate them in two parts, reviewing the race packs and lord packs. As well, this video is going to be filled with personal opinions. So I know everybody has his favorite race and faction, and I love my dwarfs, and I would love more DLCs for dwarves. So please, Creative Assembly, next DLC, make it dwarves, please. We want more of them, guys. I hope you enjoy the show, and thank you for watching. Hello, people. One more time, these are only our honest and humble opinions of the DLCs, so don't rage in the comments. And let's start with the Vampire Coast.
The Vampire Coast. Who doesn't love zombie pirates? They're our first fruit in this sea of wonderful diversity.
I agree, definitely.
I mean, they have an amazing roster, especially if you like a range-focused gunpowder roster and walking ships. Am I right?
Yeah, plus Jack Sparrow is very proud. Um, Great army for multiplayer, for single player, a lot of diversity, focused on gunpowder. Good lords, I
And
would say.
and great campaign mechanics.
Yeah, very unique, let's say it like that. Definitely a S tier race DLC.
Yep.
Basically, that's all. I don't know. They're the pillar of great DLCs.
But there is one that completely pisses on them with its bone marrow. The Tomb Kings.
If there was a rank above must have S tier, that would be the Tomb King solo rank, honestly, because they're just, I mean, it's Cetra. We honestly can't say bad words, we're afraid, because Cetra is like, he doesn't serve, so like, you know.
And we can't say his full title because we don't have the time.
Yeah, that's also true.
They're the most balanced faction, actually, if you think about it. You can't really spam Doom stacks that easily with them because of their unit
Especially early
caps.
on. Yeah, very
Yep.
unique. Uh, Very unique, great army. I would say used in multiplayer. I would say like probably the most balanced faction in the game, and I would say a must-have. Definitely worth the price even more. So unique and very entertaining.
Yes, and their focus around constructs and healing them is also a pretty good way to flesh out the faction.
Also, lords are very
Gotta
unique,
love those
I would say.
things. Yep.
Starting positions for all of the lords are also excellent. Great picks. Definitely something you would like. They are
Yeah.
different than your general undead factions, so yeah, it's basically
Yeah, they
etc.
don't have the Lord of Vampires. They have their own unique healing mechanic.
Plus, you have Archon that has some vampire units as well, and it's very good. It's a great DLC. It's the best DLC probably in this game, and that's
Yep.
it. That's it. What can you say more?
On to the next race pack. Our emo edgy boys.
Yeah.
Our spiky edgy boys, the Chaos.
Uh, let's hope they get good in in Warhammer 3. Right now it's a horde, so like hordes are very bad in the game, honestly.
Yep. I mean,
Um,
they're a step above the beast memes, but they feel like a worse version of Norska. They have good armored infantry and some monsters, but
they're
they're not that fun.
okay in multiplayer, probably they're used like okay, but it's just like I don't know, they don't feel any special. So let's just wait for game 3, and hopefully they would be in a great spot where they deserve to be actually.
Yeah, I mean they're suffering from an incomplete roster. They had a better roster on tabletop.
Yeah, definitely.
They're in,
We could just hope that they are gonna be.
they're in between meh and bad shitty.
Yeah, I don't know. I would rather put them in bad shitty than meh meh because
Yeah,
probably
me too.
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, if you like the roster, get them. If you really fanboy over the Chaos faction from the Warhammer lore, go for them. But their campaign and most other Horde campaigns are kind of a chore.
Yeah, definitely agreed. And what can you do? I mean, if you really like the lore, the chaos, you're gonna love them probably because it's just your thing. But compared to these guys up there at yes tier, they just can't touch them. That's it. And Legolas's cousins,
Legolas's hillbilly Viet Cong cousins.
get off my forest. Since they had the last rework, I'd say made them pretty good, but I don't know.
I wouldn't say they're S tier, but they're
Yeah,
definitely a great faction. They
yeah,
stand out among the rest of them because it's of their focus on magical forest, which are the places where they can build up the settlements. Their economy has gotten kind of weaker, but
yeah.
overall they're great.
Uh, Multiplayer wise, I would put them in S tier, but it just doesn't cut it for our kind of our ranking. So like I would just place them in the excellent great tier.
Yep.
If they had the DLC factions from the beginning, I would put them in the S tier. But since they have that DLC, yeah,
If you like the concept of wood elves, uh, angry trees that can throw people around, and some of the best archers in the world of Warhammer, then go for them. A fast hit and run army. They also are pretty balanced since they can have varied play styles. You can either go range focus or monster focus,
yeah,
and decent
very good.
selection of spells as well.
Yeah, sad that they didn't get their own lore, but
Yeah,
yeah, what can you do?
yeah. Rip Lord of Athlorn. Now on to uh,
Uh,
the the Viking LARPers' favorite faction, the
yeah,
Norskins.
yeah. Uh, I don't know.
They feel like a better chaos, honestly. They had good monster hunt mechanics, and their economy is focused around sacking and raiding.
Which
They're
suits their
presented pretty
style.
good.
Yeah, I would
Uh,
say.
th- Though they could, in my opinion, they can use a lot more content. They only have two legendary lords. They're most likely get updated in game free.
We hope so. Yeah. Plus, one of the lords is like the worst lord in the game, so it's the
Yep.
troll. It's just I don't know. They're better than the chaos, but by a small margin, I would say. So probably
Yeah.
meh meh. I
Yeah,
mean,
they need some work.
they got great monsters infantry, good monsters as well. So like infantry. So it's I mean, if you really like the TV show Vikings, you would like them.
Yep.
That's it. No.
Or if you LARP on pole. Anyways, now it's
It's time.
yeah. Imagine playing the beast means in the year of our Lord 2021.
They deserve a special place.
The
Definitely.
only saving grace, in my opinion, is their fun in multiplayer. Their roster is pretty fun, but their campaign is such a chore. They had their own special campaign in game one, like the Wood Elves did, but they don't have the same impact. The campaigns, I mean, in the second game as they did in the first. I mean, you don't get them in the second game. We're basing this purely of the enjoyment you get in the Mortal Empires plus multiplayer, of course.
Yeah. They
So,
they they need to rework most of all of the factions of the game.
yep.
It's like desperately needed. Like the goat people are so bad.
The only thing about it I enjoy is playing them in multiplayer, especially their full Vanguard style of playing, but
L-
uh, I just can't bear myself to play more than 30, 40 turns of their campaign.
Agreed, but lore wise, they do sound so cool. It's just in game. It's definitely not. It's a
Actually, it's
torture.
lore friendly. And
Yeah, I
they
mean
think in lore that the Chaos Gods abandoned them. CA has abandoned them too.
no, like lore wise, what they could be. That's what I mean. Like,
Oh, that.
yeah, they kind of don't feel as like they should be stronger. That's what I'm saying. They just they can be cool, but fuck.
Well, at least the McDonald's goblin can get Centaur milk now.
Yeah. Yep.
And now we should get on to the Lord packs. And
Yes.
speaking of the McDonald's goblin,
Exactly.
him and Elf Batman, I
Yeah.
think they should be pretty much the standard for DLC. Great units and great campaign on both sides. Some might argue that the Gabo side is better, but I'd say they're both pretty much up there.
The orc side is better just because you got the rework for the orcs basically done right. So you
Yep.
could say it's more of a orc DLC just because of the rework they received back then, but Eltharion is just great for me. My favorite High Elf Lord, definitely. And we're reviewing them separately from the race packs. Also, they're gonna be a different thing. So definitely a standard for all DLCs, especially Lord ones. So like S tier, I would say.
Yeah, the units you get are pretty great as well. For instance, you get the giant rock poop monsters for the greenskins, and the ranged variant of the arrow are those cheap chariots, and for the high elves you get the great dual sword infantry, which is a weaker version of Black Ark Corsairs, but it gives them a nice anti-infantry option along with
Yeah,
those
cheap, nice.
lions.
Yeah, they're very good. I would say like
And some
all
better
units.
trolls, of course, for the greenskins along with the caster.
Yeah, I would say like very great DLC, multiplayer and single player wise, very good.
Yeah, that should definitely be the standard for future DLC.
Agreed. And now
And
we're
we're
up
not.
to for the
Yep.
Skaven and the Wood Elves.
Yep. Speaking of McDonald's, now we have the McDonald's rat
Yeah.
versus the Elf Twins.
um,
I.
good, good, very good. I don't know. It's
It's between good, good, and excellent, great.
yeah. I would put it in excellent grade though. I don't know. It's
Yeah, the Skaven side might be a bit stronger, mechanics wise. They got more stuff out of it, but the Wood Elf side is nothing to slouch at either.
yeah, agreed, definitely. And it's just I don't know. For me, the Wood Elves got a better lord, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But yeah, I would say it's a great DLC. Definitely not S tier, but excellent, great. I would put it there, and it's you get some cool units for both sides. I don't know campaign. I really enjoyed the Sisters campaign. I liked Trot as well. So yeah, I would say it's good.
The Flash Lab is pretty fun to mess around with.
It
It also is important because it really made Skaven stronger in multiplayer just because it gave him some fast options in the form of wolf
and
rats.
some monsters as well.
Yeah, they gave him even more monsters, which is always good. The Brood Horror, a fast and deadly mount.
Yeah, excellent mount. And plus, I would say like not so expensive, but a very viable large unit. Yeah, that's it. It's a very good DLC. It's not up with Eltarion and McDonald's, but it's close, very close. Yep, Game One DLC incoming.
But this is a special game on DLC, though. It does add two of the hardest campaigns in the game.
And just for that, I would give him a higher tier, just because it's very unique. It's nothing that
Yep.
we have in the game. It's the two hardest campaigns. If you like a challenge, you must get this DLC. Plus,
And
it's
the
very
units they
cheap
had are, yeah,
on
the
sites,
units they had are good too, especially for the greenskins.
especially for the greenskins. Yeah,
And is also a step in the right direction during the Game 1 era because its factions are their own factions, like in Game 2 DLC standards, whilst the previous DLC had them integrated with the main factions.
yes, agreed. Yeah, definitely a good. It's
Yeah,
not.
I'd say good, good.
Yeah. It can't go with the game two DLCs, but it's almost there. It's. I would say it's a very good DLC. If you love the dwarfs or the orcs, you're gonna love this DLC. Plus, if you love a challenge as well, this DLC is gonna be excellent for you. Definitely the two hardest campaigns. You can't go wrong with them.
And now we're on to a mech game 2 DLC.
Yeah, none special about this one.
The units are great, but the campaigns feel like they're game 1 DLCs, honestly. I mean, the King and the Warlord even feels more like a game 2 DLC than this.
Yeah, yeah. This is. I don't know. Honestly, the free LC that wolves, the High Elves got was honestly for me like a better than the paid one. So like Ali Thanar was more fun. It's like he was very unique, I must say. But I don't know. Alariel is definitely a better for me Lord than what's her name? I always forget it.
Crone Hellebron.
Yeah, the one you wouldn't touch with a stick.
Yeah.
Mm, Units wise, you got some good units. Let's say Wood Elves got their best archer unit in this DLC. Alariel can get some tree units from the Wood Elves. Starting positions, nothing special.
Yeah, Aureliel starts on the donut and the old hag starts in Nagorand.
Yeah, you just basically, it's, I don't know. It's not, I would put it in mech, definitely. It's
Yep.
okay if you like the factions and it's
Yeah,
nothing
they
special.
the units are what carries it really. Campaign wise, you have way better options.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
now, here comes a mad scientist swept dream.
Drop the bomb. S tier if I ever saw one.
Yep.
It's, it's a must have for Skavens. A must have for Skavens. Definitely.
And Lizardmen receive powerful units as well. The Skaven campaign outshines the Lizardmen, sure, but I think that with a little bit of reworks, that Henuin can be a pretty great lord.
Yeah. Very unique.
I mean, nukes plus rattling guns plus rat snipers. What else can you say for the Skaven? And that
Yeah.
ancient salamander and the hunting packs and the ion cannon is
Uh,
just
this DLC added the coolest looking units for both factions, in my
yep.
opinion. They look amazing, and such a unique DLC. You got a nuke. I mean, what else do you want from a DLC? So
And plus, it gave us all those memes about planting doom spheres under every single settlement on the map and blowing them up.
yep, uh, a must have. Definitely a must have.
Mhm.
More for the Skaven side than the Lizardman, but still, it's great. It's
Yes.
beautiful.
And now on to kind of a bad ALC.
Yeah, nothing special here. You basically get two lords that start in the main faction capital. It's eh, I don't know. Units wise, okay. Let's say for a game one DLC.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we have to say for it. I mean, if you're playing multiplayer, it could be worth to get, for instance, the Mortis engines on Strong and the Flagellants,
Yeah,
etc. But
yeah. That's
for
it.
single player, you have better things to spend your money on, honestly.
Definitely get it for like very cheap. So that that's it. That's all I can say. Eh,
Yep.
no.
The, cla- the Clash of the Edge Lords.
Yeah. Yep. What to say here?
Well, I'm not gonna be around the bush. Malice's side is just so shitty. Snickage's campaign is pretty good. The units for both factions are pretty good, but Malice is just meh if you're looking at it for campaign.
Yeah. The only good thing about him is like a unique thing that you can turn him into a one man army with the Sword of Cain. with like almost 100% ward save if you really like that kind of stuff. But honestly, it's a chore. Clan Ashen is way better,
Yeah,
I
the
would say.
reason you can do that because he can transform into a demon called Zarkan, so he basically has 2 lives. He can really stick around the battlefield.
Yeah, that's the unique thing about him. But Clan Ashen all around is, I would say, a better part of this DLC.
Plus, they can one shot kill any faction with a special ability from Snicket's shadowy dealings.
Yeah. What else do you want? Some, I mean, it's a basically a one-sided DLC in my opinion, but
Yeah, I'd say it definitely loses points for that. I if they actually brought Malice up to snuff, I'd say it'd be maybe excellent, but this is good. I think.
yeah, good just because of this game. And if Clan Ashen was weaker, it would definitely go into lower ranks, I'd say.
And here's another one-sided DLC, but this one's kind of
The hunting
worse, to be
season is
honest.
open.
Yep.
Yeah, this one is. I don't know. I
I
feel like
mean,
the Lizardmen had such a great potential in this one, and it was just like another mech horde faction.
yeah, definitely. Units are nothing special either.
Mm-hmm. Hunt's Marshall's campaign was 10 times better, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a one-sided DLC again.
But honestly, comparing Hunt's Marshall with Clan Ashen, like I'd say Clan Ashen is better. You get more out of it, so I would probably put this one in Mech Mech.
Yeah, agreed.
This is basically what it looks like. It's our opinion. Don't
Yeah.
don't get angry.
And as for the blood,
Ish.
or really only get it if you just want blood DLC and in your
Yeah,
game.
more gore and stuff like that. I don't support this kind of business where it's you pay for that. I feel that it should be a setting, but yeah, if you really like more blood on your battlefield, that's why you get this thing. It's very cheap, so I don't know.
Yeah, basically comes down to player preference. We're rating it badly and bad shitty because you get nothing into the game apart from cosmetics. You don't get anything gameplay wise.
Yeah, it's nothing. It doesn't even reserve a rate, but there you go. Like it's just let it sit there. It's just
So
yeah.
that's all
That's
she wrote.
everybody. Thank you for watching. If you want to see something else or another kind of a rating, just leave it in the comments. And that's it. Thank you. Have a happy new year and see you soon.